After crossing $1 billion at the box office in just 6 days, it's finally time we talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're going to be talking about what we loved about the movie, what we didn't, and what does this mean for the future of Marvel. You will not want to miss it. Hello and welcome to the Nerdiest Podcast, a show where nerds talk about nerdy things. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Jackson Glass. And today I'm joined by my ride or die, my co-host, Mr. Nick Barrett, Nick with no K. And today we're talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. This movie is probably going to end up being the biggest movie of the year.
Brand new records, brand
new highest opening box office weekend in history. Brand new everything. Brand new me, new year, new me. New Spider-Man, new me. And, yeah, we're happy to be here, happy to be covering this movie. We're sorry to cover this movie a little late, but the scheduling didn't work out. We didn't expect this movie to make freaking $1 billion in 6 days. So we were like, oh, we'll delay it a little bit. But this means that you have seen the movie. You have seen the movie. And so that we will say there will be some spoiler-free thoughts, but also lots full spoiler review for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it and then save this episode for later. But before we get into that, Mr. Nick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's been a good week. I've gotten a lot done. This is the first time I've gotten to say it on an episode, but I did announce on my Twitter and my community tab that I finished the first draft of my first ever novel. That was done. I think it was 57,000 words, wow. 13 chapters, plus a prologue, so kind of 14. So I'm in the revising stage right now. I'm going through. I've done the prologue and the first 3 chapters, and I'm on chapter 4. Will it ever get published? I sure hope so. But I got a lot of work to do before it gets there. But it was really exciting to finish that because that was on my bingo sheet of like one of the things I wanted to do, just so that I could show myself that I could finish a writing project like that. So been working on that a lot. Also been a big like little season here for ocean themed media consumption. I've been playing through Wind Waker on my Switch 2. Been watching a lot of One Piece. I'm about halfway through Dressrosa for all my One Piece fans out there. And I've been watching SpongeBob.
Wow.
So a lot
That's
of
a crazy
ocean,
lineup.
like related things, which is great because it's like still summer, it's still hot outside. You're like, oh, the ocean, the breeze from sailing in Wind Waker, being fully under the water in SpongeBob, and then just absolutely toppling governments in One Piece. My favorite summer shenanigans.
Yes, of course.
So SpongeBob, it's been going good. I don't want to say too much because I know we've like talked, like thrown around the idea of doing an episode.
Context,
it's good.
SpongeBob is one of my favorite shows ever.
And I've never seen it.
He's never seen it. Yeah.
That was the banned show that I was not allowed to watch growing up. So it is really funny to see like the origin of a lot of memes that I've seen and used and laughed at. And there are some really good jokes in there. So a crazy conspiracy theory. You can let me know what you think. I think Bikini Bottom may be purgatory specifically for Squidward. Because I just feel bad because he has to live in between SpongeBob and Patrick. And some days SpongeBob isn't that bad.
Yeah.
But then he still has to live next to Patrick, who like consistently when I watch episodes of SpongeBob, I see Patrick and I just think of that clip of Jax where he's like, I want to kill that guy. Like, I want him gone. I can't stand Patrick. Like, and I know he's like always the funny, like he's the dumb character. He's just a little stupid. Yeah, he's too stupid. That's the problem. Like he's not like SpongeBob is innocent and naive in an endearing, like fun kind of way. Yeah. Patrick's just stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't be doing this. So that's what I've been up to is writing. And whenever I'm not writing, I'm either watching One Piece or SpongeBob or playing Wind Waker. So that's where I'm at.
Do you feel like after watching some, you kind of, where do you land on like, will your kids watch this? Was your mom valid? Like, what's the vibe?
Some of it, I think my mom was valid. Because it's not like it's my kind of humor.
It's not quality television.
No, it's not. Like it's not like I don't feel like I'm learning anything.
No.
I'm just like, I mean, I turned it on. Like we've been turning it on while we eat lunch at work. Like that's been our lunch show. Is we're watching SpongeBob, and I'm like, I mean, some of it's funny, and like I'm laughing at some of it, but I'm not like, no, a 7-year-old definitely does not need to be watching this. Not because I think it's bad or inappropriate, but just because it's pointless. Mm-hmm. It's aimless. Like you're not getting anything out of it.
I understand that. I appreciate that take. That's a nuanced SpongeBob SquarePants take.
We're talking about the cinematic intricacies of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Am I the only one who doesn't understand the intricacies of the cinematic masterpiece?
That's just SpongeBob SquarePants.
Now listen, the movie is fire. The movie is different.
Well, I'm about halfway through season 2.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I really don't know where the movie lands in the canon. But
I think it's supposed to be like, I think I read on Reddit that you watch the first 3 seasons and then you watch the movie, because the movie is supposed to be like the end.
Oh.
And then like anything like that comes after is canonically supposed to take place before the first movie, because the first movie is like the end.
Oh.
So like it would have
random.
to take. So it's like, yeah, that's cool. So
that's how you know your show should have ended a long time ago.
Real.
Yeah. I've not been doing a whole lot this week. It's been a rather boring week, but I'm in the brainstorming process of a very large project that I'm excited about, which is a large project that is trickling down into a lot of smaller projects. That's really vague, but I don't have a lot more to say at this point. I'm going to do what Nick did for his novel over the last like 6 months. Like, something's coming. It's coming, and I promise it's coming, and I'm gonna say that it's coming because it has to. It's a brand new project, but yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Working on that, working on getting my photos printed from Disney World. Went to Disney a couple weeks ago, and I very intentionally did not bring my camera. Because I knew that I would want to take a million pictures. So I brought 2 disposable cameras. That was a SpongeBob reference. I hope you got it. I brought 2 disposable cameras, which limited me to about 50 photos. And photos, mind you, I haven't even seen yet. So you have to stop and think, I want to take a photo of this. Pull it out. Take the photo and then be like, I hope that turned out.
I hope that looks good.
Hope that looks good. And I think that that's forcing me to like become a better photographer and become a better cinematographer, because you have to see, you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to pull out my phone and take a picture and it's whatever. Which I have phone pictures too, but I feel like that's going to be my new thing, is I'm going to be like, this is my gateway into the film world. I'm going to become a film photographer someday. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing, I'll be honest. But also, I've been seeing Spider-Man, brand new day, brand new movie, brand new Spider-Man, brand new episode of the Nerdiest Podcast, and brand new content on Instagram at the Nerdiest Podcast. If you click all the links in the description down below, you can follow us on Instagram, where we've been posting, honestly, a lot. You can see clips from these episodes, but also original content you're not going to get anywhere else. So follow us on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. You could also become a YouTube member, where you get a bonus episode of the Nerdiest Podcast once a month for $5 a month. You could join the live studio audience. So thank you so much to all our YouTube members. We're also on Twitter. Nick is killing it on Twitter down there, x.com, if you will.
Thank you, Sony, for making bad business decisions that continue to just bring in the views and the likes and the retweets. And keep making bad decisions, please. It just makes my life so much easier.
Yeah. Brand new memes on x.com/the Nerdiest Podcast.
I've actually, low-key, it's really easy to make memes because I just go into like the Facebook stories editor. I put down whatever my base image is, and then I put the stickers over it and the tag. It takes me like 5 minutes, and then boom, there's a meme. I made one today that was like the holy crap 2 cakes, and it's the Ocarina of Time logo and the Zelda movie, and like my caption is going to be Zelda fans for the next year. It's like, dude, we're cooking. What a great
That's
time to
good.
be a Zelda fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I love making memes. It's great.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, all those links in the description, all our personal links are down there too. If you want to support the podcast, subscribe on YouTube. You could also become a Apple Podcast subscriber. And that also gives you access to the Nerdiest After Show for $5 a month. We just thank you guys for listening. Thank you for all the support you've been showing. We've been growing a lot, and that's been really cool to see. This summer was our lock-in summer. We were like, all right, we need to really start getting stuff off the ground. And you guys have been just absorbing it like a sponge, like brand new SpongeBob. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to milk the brand new joke to the ground. So time to pivot to a brand new topic, which is the review for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
This is a good bit. I like this.
Someone tally how many times we say brand new in this episode.
Leave a brand new comment, please.
please. So spoiler free thoughts first, just in case someone has a thick skull and doesn't understand that this is a spoiler review. I would say go see it. It's worth seeing. If you hear nothing else about Spider-Man Brand New Day, no, it's really good. And it's probably the best Marvel movie we've gotten in a very long time. And that alone is worth going to see. It's not a perfect movie at all. Don't let anyone tell you that it's a 10 out of 10 perfect, because it does have some flaws that you will probably find with it. But it really, really takes you back to that OG Marvel time. It feels like a comic book movie. Not a superhero movie, a comic book movie. That's my spoiler-free review.
All right. I see you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. My spoiler-free review is go see it. Mm-hmm. I hate that that's like a spoiler-free review. It's like just go see it. But genuinely, I know Marvel's been in kind of a tough spot. They've had a really hard time getting anything to stick, particularly in the post-Endgame world. But I wouldn't even say post-Endgame. I would say more like post-2022. Mm-hmm. Like the last 4 years, they've kind of struggled to get anywhere meaningful. And I think this movie accomplishes that really well. I also think, and we can dive more into it in the spoiler section, my favorite part of this movie was the theme and the message, because this is another, much like Superman last year, this is another movie where it's hopeful, it's optimistic, and it's pointing you to a brighter tomorrow instead of being, it's all doom and gloom and we're all going to die and nihilistic. And like, so I am really interested to watch Thunderbolts now, because I've been told Thunderbolts has a very similar message to this one.
Yeah.
And also seems like it will be important for Doomsday, so I need to watch it before, because we're going to cover Doomsday, guys. So, yay.
I hope I get to see it in Infinity Vision.
Wow. So, yeah, that's my spoiler for your review, is it's really good. I really enjoyed it, more so than really any Marvel movie I've seen recently, even though I think the last Marvel movie I watched that was new was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
That's
so
tough.
Yeah, go see it. Give it a shot. It's worth your money.
Worth your money.
There's so many people online who are like, well, it's not this, it's not that, it's da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like I got in a Twitter argument with someone yesterday, and they were talking about like, well, this is the worst Spider-Man movie ever. Like, it doesn't get worse than this. Only to find out this person had never seen it. He was going based off of someone's secondhand from someone else's review. And he was like, well, I trust this guy, like, to review it. He's never steered me wrong. And I'm like, I get that. But how can you say, like, I don't know. It's just,
insane.
I listened to a really good podcast bit about, like, the intensity of fans and how, like, there are people out there who are like, well, I can't enjoy this because it's not what I'm used to. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's not comic accurate. It's not this, it's not that. And they're valid in their intense love of whatever the thing is. But then there's people like us who are like, well, you could be missing out on like your new favorite thing. Or like, maybe you do watch it and you hate it. And you're like, oh, okay, well, like, that's crazy. But like, maybe this is your favorite Spider-Man. Like, you don't really know until you see it firsthand, because there's like, yeah, you can listen to someone's review and be like, oh, okay, maybe I should or shouldn't go see that. Like, but that's why I also think it's so important to listen to, like, if you're gonna listen to a review before you see a movie, listen to a spoiler-free review. Like, don't let them spoil, because there were so many different plot twists in this movie where I'm like, okay,
this is a movie worth not getting spoiled.
Yeah,
because there's a lot there that I did not expect to happen.
Absolutely. So I'm like, just go see it, give it an honest shot.
Yeah.
Like, I know Marvel has been putting out some real stinkers lately.
Yeah.
And they don't have the best track record. But like, if any movie should be given a chance, a brand new chance, it's this one. So that's my spoiler free.
Honestly, like, since Marvel lost so many people, maybe we'll get a lot of brand new fans from this film coming back to the
well, it's already the highest grossing movie of the year.
Of ever. So, yeah, I think it's time to get some spoilers. Aunt May dies.
That happened in the last movie.
Uncle Ben dies.
That happened in movies before.
Uncle Ben is in this movie, and it's Robert Downey Jr.
I mean, kind of.
And he's in a brand new role. And he... So... Overall impressions of the film. What would you say, like... what was your expectation going in? How was that subverted? Like, how, well, you know, what was the rundown of, like, you went into the theater, you saw like opening day, like you were there.
I was there Thursday night, baby.
You were there one of the first.
That's because I thought we were recording on Friday, but
yeah,
it's okay.
we originally were, but then I was coming back from Disney World. So kind of just give me the rundown of, like, what were you thinking?
So going into it, I was like cautiously optimistic, but I had a feeling it would be good because it's Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like, and I know that I love Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like, so, but I was also really skeptical because I didn't care for No Way Home. Like,
yeah,
the longtime listeners will know that's one of, like, our biggest disagreements is No Way Home, which I really want to go back and listen to that episode.
I need to watch the movie again, though,
and see, like, I do too. Like, I need to see if, like, was I cooking or was I just, like, burned from the theater experience? Because I don't even remember why I didn't like it.
Yeah,
aside from, like,
it was corny.
I think I took issue with, like, you know, it was more of a, like, triple Spider-Man movie than a Tom Holland movie.
Right.
I think this movie's biggest strength was not having anything to do with the multiverse mumbo jumbo. Yes. It was a very grounded, real Spider-Man movie that did not have the multiverse shenanigans. And I was like, thank you, because everything else we've watched, including the upcoming Avengers Doomsday, is going to be a multiverse romp in whatever. So
yeah.
I wasn't expecting much. Like, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be my new favorite movie. But like I said, one of my favorite parts of it was the theme of how it just stressed the importance of community and how, like, isolating yourself, because I think it's really easy, and I feel like that's a message that hits home, I feel like, for our generation and our age group specifically, which is where, like, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is at in the movie, where it's like, well, all I do is work. I don't have time to hang out with family or friends because, like, well, I don't have any family or friends, so I'll just stay married to my job and I'll stick on the grind and I'll be okay. But then, like, to see his mental state deteriorate throughout the movie because he doesn't have it, like, and then the end result is like, well, you know, I don't have a girlfriend and I don't have a best friend, but I've got Jean Grey. We're friends. And I'm friends with Punisher. And I guess, like, Ned kind of remembers him, but we can talk about that later. Yeah. The one thing I put on this movie was, it was me liking this movie and retroactively liking No Way Home was highly contingent on how they kept the stakes from No Way Home.
I was thinking that.
If they went into this movie and like MJ and Ned got their memories back, and were like, oh my gosh, Peter, we miss you so much. And like Peter and MJ are now like dating again and like stuff. It's like, okay, well then what was the point of No Way Home?
Right.
Like, I understand the overall like we need to make sure that the general populace doesn't remember who he is. But
yeah.
like, is that worth a 2.5 hour movie that we did to get there? So I was excited to see that they didn't immediately backtrack that, and they kind of had to work it a little more. And even the stuff with like Ned, you're like, what? Why does
like, what's there? Yeah.
Like, yeah, they do the handshake at the end, and it's like, oh, does he remember him? Or
Right.
maybe he just like acknowledges Peter because he remembers that's what MJ said as Spider-Man
Right.
jumped out the thing. So now he knows, like, oh, that's Spider-Man,
Right.
and we've already done this super cool like secret handshake. Oh, that's awesome. Like,
And I think that was very intentional and almost very brilliant to make him have that ambiguous reaction for me to go, is that Ned? Is Ned back? Or is that just him acknowledging that Peter Parker is Spider-Man,
right?
and he doesn't get his memory back? But a lot of people are saying that Ned has some sort of sorcerer ability,
Oh yeah, that's right.
which we've been theorizing for a long time, since way before this. But there's a point where they do their handshake in No Way Home, and it sparks a little bit. It does like a little spark. And it's like, oh, and so there's another theory that that's basically like the spell lock, and they like broke the spell by doing that. But then I think that reverses the consequence a little bit. I don't want it to be that easy, but also Ned having powers would be really cool. So I really don't know how to feel. I'm curious to see where that goes moving forward.
Yeah, I think dude, it's rough being someone named Peter in the MCU because they keep
Literally.
losing their significant others. Like, they keep losing
Yeah.
their girlfriends, man. That's tough. That's rough. When she read the note, I was like, oh no, she read the note. But then I was like, hold on, maybe she like figures it all out, because she was like, well, were you ever gonna tell me? And he was like, no. Like, why would I? Like, I didn't want to, But then when she was like, I don't love you, I was like, dude,
that wrecked me.
I would have
genuinely
quit
wrecked
on the
me.
spot. I would have been
But
like, nope, we're done.
But I also think it's interesting because she was like, I feel like I know you. Like, there's some connection. The things don't line up. Like, something's not lining up. I know you in some way. And part of me is like, okay, let me run it back. Like, remind me. Why does no one remember him? Why was that critical
Because
to the plot?
in Far From Home, Mysterio exposed his identity.
Yes, he exposed his identity
to the world that Peter
Yes.
Parker was Spider-Man, which then started causing all kinds of problems in No Way Home. So then he
Yes.
was like, oh, what should I do? So then he goes to Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange was like, hey, so I can cast a spell that makes everyone forget that Peter Parker
Yeah.
is Spider-Man. However, that's going to include MJ, Ned,
Right.
and your aunt. And he was
Right.
like, okay, well, can we like make some exceptions here? But Doctor Strange didn't wait or cancel the spell
Right.
to see if there would be any exceptions
Yeah.
to the rule. So this is all Doctor Strange's fault, really.
Yeah.
For him just casting his little spell a little too quick, because he's a little eager to do some
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
And now he ruined Peter's life even harder, because not only does nobody know who he is, nobody loves him. He's got no friends. He's alone. Like,
So my thing is Doctor Strange done in the MCU? Is he like?
I don't even remember how Multiverse of Madness ends.
Didn't it? No. Do you know? But remember, they had that post-credit scene where they like opened that universal portal and he got the third eye, and then we never talked about it again.
Yeah, where's Benedict Cumberbatch? Is he just
Like
done?
with his annoying orange-looking eye. Like maybe he's gonna be in like Doomsday, and there's gonna be like one of those really long like holds where we're supposed to freak out, but like no one cares. They're like, the name's Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I've come here to save Mr. Spider-Man. And it's like, hey man, You should have got a big applause sign by that point. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, just flash it in Infinity Vision. Give it to me.
Literally. So yeah, I don't know. I think that my overall thoughts are very much like, I thought this was a very enjoyable movie, and I think it's by far the best Marvel movie we've gotten in a very long time. I think the direction was just killer. This was such a good looking movie. The action was so clean. The visual effects were great. I felt like there was actually some creative direction happening here. It wasn't like Marvel movie.mp4. It was like, oh, we're doing the really close like eye stuff. We're doing the shuffle, the spider sense stuff, and it's like we're messing with shutter speeds, and we're doing like cool editing tricks. Like, I thought that was a really creative thing to do for a Marvel movie that I hadn't seen in a long time. So I'm really glad that there was some creative direction taken there, and I think that this Spider-Man specifically is one of the last characters we care about, that the general populace cares about. And so I think that, I don't know if they really were intentional about making it good, or if there's just a separate team that does that, but I feel like they just locked in for this movie. Like, they were really like, I don't know, we're finding our footing. Here's one of the best Spider-Man movies. Like, just really good. I'm like, oh, cool. Here's what I'll say. Thought it looked amazing. I thought it was a little too long.
Really?
I do. And here's my thing. I felt similarly to Brand New Day how you felt to No Way Home, which was, I was so frustrated because this is a 2.5 hour movie. And by the end, I just sat in the theater and I thought, what do we know about Spider-Man that we didn't know at the front end? I feel like there was such an inflated runtime for us to get very little character development on him, which is so interesting because you realize Tom Holland is the longest person to ever play Spider-Man. He has held that role for the longer than any other person. And I feel like we still don't really know the character super well, because I feel like he's never gets to be center stage. Even when he's there, it's the Punisher or the Hulk or Jean Grey or Yelena or whatever her name is. Like, I was really, they're doing better. This is still better than No Way Home. But I think that I was frustrated because I was ready for a really, like, it was grounded and it was character centric and he did some stuff, but I was really ready to feel more like one of the early Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, where it's like, this is all about him. This is just like, we're focusing on him. And I think that there was a lot more that could have been done there, but it got inflated by like the Punisher. And I know, like, oh, Spider-Man and the Punisher interact all the time in the comics. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But I think that what I was what I was really hoping for was that post No Way Home, we could go back to grounded, like, character-driven Spider-Man stuff. And this is a step in the right direction. And I felt like the first half of this movie was like, shoot, this is a Spider-Man movie. We're locked in. This is great. And then I felt like the second half, we started to get more remnants of that modern Marvel multiverse, like, oh, it needs to connect. We need Dr. Banner here. We need this person. We need this we need this, and it all needs to come together. And that was frustrating to me because I think it could have been better.
So it's funny you say that, because that's actually where I disagree. I think this movie is stronger because of the things that are included, because this is the first time I felt like it's actually been a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie where it didn't feel as ham-fisted that there was other Marvel things in the world. Like, it makes sense that the Punisher would be in New York. It makes sense that Bruce Banner would be a professor at a university now. Like, it makes sense that the only one that I was a little iffy on was Yelena, but that's because I haven't seen Thunderbolt, so I assume there's some kind of better draw in there. And I know Jean Grey was because they're trying to set up like their own like MCU X-Men,
Right.
which if they handle that well, might be their next like thing to keep going.
Right.
Because it's a new, like, brand new setup, brand new team. So I actually think the movie was stronger because of that. And I don't think any of those characters ever stole the spotlight from him. I feel like they were good accessories to helping him achieve what he wanted to achieve. Like,
Interesting.
Bruce Banner was there to help him figure out the technology, but we know he's already like halfway there with the technology because of the stuff he did with Tony Stark in the other movies that they were in together.
Yeah.
And Punisher was there to be like the companion, but also like, hey, I'm also alone and have lost a ton of people. Maybe we should be friends. And like the scene at the end where he's like got the mask on and like cheering to let him leave, I thought was really good. Like, Jean Grey makes a great villain. Shout out to Sadie Sink for playing 11 from Stranger Things after cashing in a check after Stranger Things, unlike anyone else on that cast.
Yeah, no, literally.
She said, Marvel check, I'm in. Sold.
Well, Millie
good
Bobby
for
Brown's
her.
on the Netflix train forever. Like,
That's
she's
true.
doing the Enola Holmes stuff. Like, she's fine. She did that a really bad movie with Chris Pratt that flopped really hard.
Yeah. The one was that the Russos or Phil Lord and Chris Miller?
I think it was the Russos.
I think it was. I knew it was one of them.
What was that one that was like it was really expensive and I don't remember what it was called.
It was like
Electric City or something. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But no, I think the characters made it better. And I felt like it was very well fleshed in. Because No Way Home, that was my critique with No Way Home, was that the other two Spider-Men didn't feel well worked in.
Yeah.
And they brought in all of these villains. Like, they brought in Tobey Maguire's Green Goblin and Tobey Maguire's Sandman and Andrew Garfield's Electro. Like, they brought in all these characters who didn't belong to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, I liked that the other two were his equivalent of like his own villain. Like, these are the MCU equivalent villains for Spider-Man. And I felt like No Way Home didn't have that.
Yeah.
Whereas this one was like, okay, well, we have our own version of Scorpion, and which Scorpion was there, but like
kind of not.
Didn't do a ton.
I think that might be a setup for something later.
It has to be.
Because he was talked about a lot. Didn't do a whole lot.
But I also feel like, and I just thought about this, like, do you think it's unfair to compare like the other two Spider-Men to Tom Holland's? Because Tom Holland's is the only one who's been worked into a much broader universe.
Yeah.
So it's much harder for them to tell a standalone story when the selling point of the MCU is that it's this big interconnected film universe. Like, that's how, his connection with Tony Stark is how we brought him into, Civil War and Homecoming, and then Far From Home. Like, okay, so we got to get him connect. Like, he's got this inheritance from Stark Industries and so on and so forth. So like, and then Doctor Strange like has to cast the spell in No Way Home. So do you think it would have felt weird if they didn't include a broader universe in that, because that's been the expectation?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm back and forth because on one hand I get it. Like, I do think you can't really compare. And I don't even think adding the characters was necessarily wrong. It's just not what I personally wanted, and I acknowledge that those are different things. Like, my desire for a movie is different than what is objectively right or wrong. And I understand that, it all has to connect. We're going into Doomsday. It's whatever. But I think that this is kind of the closest we've ever gotten to a Tom Holland Spider-Man origin story, because he was dumped into Civil War so quickly, and we had to and Homecoming is kind of that, but not. And so it's so different, and I think that his take on the Spider-Man character is so good. And I really wanted to see how that could be fleshed out. And so I think that what I was interested in seeing was seeing that fleshed out, and then having it required to be tied into this universe just made me a little frustrated. because that was not the part that I wanted to see. When a movie was already 2.5 hours long,
Right.
I was like, okay, but I think that Jean Grey is a great villain though. Like she was a great connection. Shout out, I'm gonna mess up his name. Shout out Tarmil Tillman, who is he was the defense services guy, the evil one.
Oh, the damage control guy?
Yeah, the damage control guy. He is he plays one of the best characters on Severance.
Yeah, I wondered where I had seen him before.
He is Mr. Milchick on Severance, and oh my gosh, he is so good. He's chilling. He did a great job in this movie. I thought that subplot was really good. I think that this is one of the more subversive Marvel movies where there were plot points that made me actually go, whoa. Like, I didn't expect that to happen. I think that I knew he was evil.
Yeah, I was like, I knew he was evil from
not
moment one.
That's not the part was subversive. It's like, oh yeah, he's evil, duh. But then he kind of lied, I was thinking about an old coworker, Sarah, and she was in my mind, and I was like, that is a bold-faced lie. Like there is no way.
I will say, I knew that was a lie, but I felt like the way they did it is what made it so interesting.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we hadn't heard that no one remembered. We knew people were confused,
right,
but we didn't know that they didn't remember. But if you go back, like the lady in the tank was like, how did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go back with that knowledge of like, oh, well, they don't, like, nobody knows what happened when, like, she was in their head. So you're like, oh, he wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
But in the moment, like in the first watch, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like he's lying, but we don't know why.
But I can't really
how.
pinpoint. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't expect them to actually kill her sister. Like in my head, I thought Sarah was still there.
No.
But not. And then there was like the VMAX, which was so funny. They kept saying VMAX, and I was like, she's about to like blow up this building over some V-Bucks. Like, this is crazy.
V-Bucks.
And then like Sadie Sink being like, the VMAX? And I was like, Vecna Max? Like, this is crazy.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is actually a setup for a brand new season of Stranger Things.
The real finale of Stranger Things. The one that we willed into existence.
The one that we swore we were going to get.
Oh, no, she was a standout role. She was giving big Wanda vibes. I was like, all right, so new Wanda.
I mean, she is a similar archetype.
Like if I had a nickel for every time there was a young female redhead telepath who was a villain but actually wasn't a villain, was just getting played because of the trauma of their dead sibling, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
And they're both X-Men characters. Isn't that crazy? Maybe one day we'll see Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch again. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Marvel,
bless up.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Bless up.
Yeah. Anyway,
hey, so who's even left? Like, what are we even doing? What did you think of the Hulk in this movie? I wasn't really like expecting him to be here.
I wasn't expecting him to be here either. I was a little confused on where we got to, which I guess is like, oh, I haven't seen She-Hulk, so I wouldn't know. But
then it's also like,
it's She-Hulk.
There's no way that She-Hulk was gonna actually have that kind of plot point, you know?
Well, if people liked it more, it might. If it wasn't such a bad show, it might.
In other breaking news, Wonder Man season 2 canceled.
Rest in peace, bro. The one good show they made, and they're like, you know what?
You know what's so funny is I remember when we watched Wonder Man for that episode, and we were like, this has potential. I tried to watch it with Amy, and she was like, this show is bad. She's like, this show is genuinely bad. This is not a good show. I will not watch this with you. She said a lot nicer than that. But she was just like, this is not a good show. I don't know why you like this. I was like, well,
I mean, here's the thing, though. With Marvel, the bar is so low. It's like, what are we even doing here?
Well, my thing what's interesting, and I'm curious your thoughts on this, is Brand New Day for me. My expectation going in, I knew all these people that saw it opening weekend. They're like, I sobbed, I cried. It was so emotional. It's, I think, top 3 Marvel movie ever made. Like, it's so good. It's the best Spider-Man movie we've ever made. And I went in like, oh shoot, this must be really good. And then I watched it and I was like, this is good. But you go back and watch like Homecoming and even like Far From Home, and you're like, they're still better, in my opinion. I think that my ranking is Homecoming, Far From Home, Brand New Day, personally.
Well, I did a Spider-Man ranking, so I can tell you.
Oh, I need to
put it together on Letterboxd.
I really need to watch No Way Home again.
This might be criminal. I did a ranking of every Spider-Man movie I've seen. This might be a criminal take. At number 1, I put Into the Spider-Verse, the first one. Number 2, Brand New Day. Number 3, Across the Spider-Verse. And then 4 is Homecoming, and 5 is Far From Home. No Way Home would be number 6, but it's separated by Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man. And then the other one, but it was so hard because like it's been so long since I've seen the Tobey Maguire or the Andrew Garfield ones that I was like, I don't really know how to rank these because I watched them when I was like 10.
Right.
And and
like you said, they're just so
never
different.
watched them again.
They're trying to accomplish completely different goals.
Right.
So they kind of don't fit in that ranking of the MCU. So I don't know. I thought that what I will say, like in praise of this movie, I felt like a kid like smashing Legos together on the floor. Yeah. Like watching this movie. Like you're going to look me in the eye and tell me that Spider-Man reached his full potential while fighting a group of possessed ninjas.
That's just my Spider-Man toy meeting my Ninjago figures.
Literally. I was literally sitting here thinking like 10-year-old me would have been hit the ceiling by now. This is just so cool. That was really well done. I think that they pulled on the whimsy of Spider-Man really well. They just made him really cool. He did some really cool stuff.
And they made him really quippy too. I feel like that was something they improved upon from the other movies where he was like, "Oh guys, I got to stretch, I'm getting really you guys stretch? You guys do this or what are we doing here?" Like, so
but
he
still had that awkward kid energy, but you can tell he's matured so much from his original Civil War debut.
Yeah.
Which is tough because I'm like, there has been character development on him, but I feel like there should be so much more. If that makes sense.
What do you mean by that? Because I feel like there has been development. Like he's had to go through a lot. A lot more than I feel like other Spider-Men have had to go through because he lost his uncle before anything. And then obviously Tony Stark dies and then Aunt May dies and then he loses his girlfriend and his best friend. So now he's been alone for 4 years having a parasocial relationship with his friends who are living out their dream, and he's conflicted on like, well, I'm happy for them because they're going to do it, but we were all supposed to do it together, and I'm here alone by myself, like no friends, like nothing because nobody knows me. So then by the end, like he's starting to build that community, and I feel like that's where we needed to end was like the hopeful, like he's starting to
he's going to be okay.
Like he's starting to do stuff again. He's making brand new friends. He's making brand new connections. He's learning brand new names of the police chief's kids. Like, so I think he's in a much better spot. And it sounds like, according to Tom Holland, they're like they have a plan to pass it off to the next person. Who's going to be Spider-Man. So it sounds like he's got like 1 or 2 more movies and then he's out.
Which, honestly, here's the thing is I'll watch 3 more, 2 more, 5 more. Like, just put him in. Put him in, coach. Him and Zendaya together, like, she is MJ in my mind. Like, they are the perfect characters for that. And to answer your question, what I think is interesting, I've been thinking about this a lot, is what makes a movie feel huge? And what makes an emotional impact for a character in a film. And I think that's why Spider-Man has never truly worked in the multiverse, because your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man deals with everyday problems. He deals with his biggest issues are like he's lonely. His Aunt May. He's these things. I feel like he's always been like that really grounded, normal guy. So when you put Spider-Man with Iron Man and Captain America and Star-Lord, and they're trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet off of Thanos, he's kind of out of place. He's just this kid that deals with street-level issues in this huge, broad thing. So when you say, well, he lost Tony, that was a big emotional punch for him. Absolutely. Like, that was the moment that everyone sobbed over in Infinity War. But I think that this is kind of the multiverse problem. This is the Marvel problem we've run into all the time, is that when something is so large scale, you kind of lose the plot. And we go like, oh, the world is going to end. And it's like, I can't really bring my brain to like really comprehend the weight of that. Where I feel like the small character issues, those things like Tony dying, or like Aunt May dying, like those kind of things, feel like those small character issues are much more impactful for me. Where like when things get so out of scope, I can't really see how that fits into his character's development. Because in a weird way, like you think about what he's seen by this point in Brand New Day, you're like, he's kind of seen everything. He's been to space. He's gone to like these other planets, and he's defeated these aliens, and he's done these things. So I'm glad that they brought him back to that street level Spider-Man, but I think that like that's kind of the character stuff that I'm looking for. And what I'll say, like, to give them credit, I think that they're in a rebuilding period for him, which they had to because that was a thing. So I think that my notes and my like critiques of Brand New Day could potentially, based on how other movies are handled, be completely washed away. Because I think that they are simply just building up to something that will hopefully be really good.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I understand where you're coming from more now, and I think that's partially why the movie was so successful, is because it feels like you don't have to have seen Thunderbolts, you don't have to have seen She-Hulk, you don't have to have seen like even the Punisher Netflix series,
right.
Like you don't have to have seen those things to enjoy this movie, because I haven't, right? Like,
right.
And I still really enjoyed the movie. So I do feel like people got what they wanted, in the sense of it was much more street level. There was no multiverse madness. Like it was like Spider-Man doing stuff in his community, helping, like stopping bank robbers, you know, putting thugs in their place, like sending them back to jail, like that kind of stuff. And I think from here on out, because I don't think he's going to be in Doomsday.
You don't?
No.
Did you see that post-credit scene though?
I did, but I don't think that's him.
Really?
I think that's either a new Spider-Man or Tobey Maguire.
Miles Morales.
Because there were rumors that Tobey Maguire was on set for
really
Doomsday.
Really?
And that they're doing this whole like multiverse collapse thing, which is how they're supposed to be bringing in Captain America again.
Gosh, this movie's gonna be such a mess.
Which there was another theory that like Captain America could technically still remember Peter, because he wasn't in the timeline when that happened. Like he was in a different timeline, and like that gets into like all the Loki stuff, and which like you need to watch Loki season 2.
Yeah, I really do.
You really do. Dude, it's so good. Like, I've been trying, dude. Every opportunity I get, I like keep planting the seeds for Maddie. I'm like, we need to watch Loki. You really? Because she was Loki. Like, I love Thor, I love Loki, and I was like sitting on the floor, and I pulled out my little steel book, and I was like, if you like Loki, she was like,
yeah,
a little more work, buddy. And I'm like, I'll get you one of these days. It's good, I promise.
Which it is a great show.
It is
an
incredible
to get to
show.
season 2. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this was a really good start for and really good. Like, it was one of those, like, we needed this kind of movies where it's like, we have not had a banger superhero movie. I mean, we had Superman, whatever, but like,
No, not this. It wasn't a banger like this.
Not this level of banger. Like, we genuinely since Endgame, because it just beat Endgame at the box office. Like, we have not had a banger, like, cultural reset Marvel movie in so long. Brand new culture, brand new Marvel, and I'm really grateful for that. I think that we are all just really glad to have a good Marvel movie, and I hope that they can learn the right lesson from the film. We'll see.
It's Disney. I don't think they will.
Do you think they're gonna be like,
they'll see dollar signs and be like,
5 more
guys, we've made money for the first time. Guys, we made a profit here. 5 more Spider-Man movies. Bring them out. Put all the shows back on Disney Plus. We're cooking. Lock in. Clock in at the lock-in factory, guys. Get out there. Okay, here's what we're doing. And I don't want them to learn. Like, I know that's what's going to happen. But Kevin Feige, almost reiterated at San Diego Comic-Con that, like, they're only doing 1 movie a year. Maybe 2. Because they want to focus on quality over quantity. And I'm like, okay, I need to see that.
Yeah.
Because we haven't gotten a Marvel movie. This is one of, 2? Because it was just Spider-Man and Doomsday this year. And what did we have last year? It was Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four?
Yeah. Fantastic Four is not my favorite.
I also need to watch that before Doomsday.
It's fine. I watched it on Thanksgiving.
I mean, it has Pedro Pascal in it, which immediately turns me off.
Gross.
I can't stand that guy. Can't stand that guy.
Sorry. Let me see. Let me pull this up.
But like, essentially, I need to see that. Like, if Brand New Day is a good quality movie,
we got Brave New World, Thunderbolts.
Oh, I keep forgetting
First
that
Steps.
movie exists.
Yeah.
Every time.
I wish I could forget it exists.
Was it not good? I've never seen it.
Oh, I left that theater genuinely pissed. Like, you know when a movie's so bad, you're not even like you're just kind of angry because you're like, you wasted so much freaking money on this.
Yeah.
It's like,
that was me with like Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah,
I was
literally.
like,
Dude, Harrison Ford is cutting the check. Like, he
you know what movie I
care.
felt like with that recently?
What?
The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, yeah.
If we weren't doing an episode on that, I probably would have left the theater halfway through.
Yeah.
Like, that movie drove me up a wall. Now, granted, they did just announce the 4K Steelbook, and I may or may not get it. Not because I like the movie, but because I'm a physical media collector.
And I must own
every Star Wars movie on DVD. Like, I have to. So I'm like, I don't like this movie. However, I will wait until like a Black Friday sale. That's like a buy one, get one 50% off or whatever. And then it'll be my 50% off because I'll get a movie I actually want.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I just think that I'm kind of cautiously optimistic. I ended at 3.5 out of 5 for
what
this
did
movie.
I give it?
I was like, that was really good. Like, I really appreciate what you were doing, and the more I sat on it, the better I liked it. And honestly, this movie has a 4.1 on Letterboxd, which is crazy.
Hey, I gave it a 4.
4.1 on Letterboxd, which is crazy because Letterboxd people are brutal. Rotten Tomatoes, 90 from critics, 98 from fans, from an audience score. Is that the highest rated Marvel movie?
No, surely not. Surely Endgame or Infinity War has to be up there. Or like one of the Iron Man movies.
Okay.
There's no way 98 is the high. Like, it's got to be tied with something. Like, that can't be the highest audience score.
I'm not seeing another 98 on here.
Really?
I'm not seeing another 90. I'm seeing a lot of 92.
From the audience score?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I'm seeing a lot of 70s, a lot of 80s.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is like people like the guy I was talking about earlier, who I was going back and forth with on Twitter. It's like you see a 98% audience score, like people who have actually seen the movie, 98%. Right. And I know we always talk like don't put much stock into Rotten Tomatoes, like da 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 da.
Yeah.
But like a 98%, and you're gonna take the word of one person who didn't like it, and let that be your justification for not going to see it.
Yeah.
Like, just give it a chance at that point.
Yeah.
If you don't, or if that's how you feel, wait until streaming. Like, wait until it comes out on Disney Plus or whatever, or Netflix, because I think some of the Sony, it's technically a Sony movie, so it would go to Netflix and then it could go to Disney Plus, like whatever. But like, wait until it goes to streaming, or go to like $5 Movie Tuesday.
Yeah, literally.
So you have really low investment if you don't like it. Like, because you can't see all these people come away positively and be like, well, what if I didn't?
Well,
like,
what if I
movie
hate
sucks?
this movie?
It's like, yeah,
and
it might suck,
you can critique it. Like, you should be honest about it and critique it. But like,
at least go see it.
At least go see it. I'm trying to find the highest Rotten Tomatoes score for a Marvel movie for the critics is Black Panther, giving it a 96.
Wow.
But the audience score for that was a 79. Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting deep into this.
While you get deep in this rabbit trail, I'm gonna go on a tangent here.
Yeah, let me hear it.
It's the same tangent I sent you an audio message about earlier this week.
Yeah.
Where, like, this movie starts doing really well, right? As it should. It's a good movie, good quality, good story, good morals, so on and so forth. Kind of how I felt about Superman last year. It was like, oh, it was really good.
Yeah.
Really enjoyable. I am getting so sick and tired, and, not to get political on my apolitical podcast, but also, just hear me out here. I am so tired of, like, right-wing, like, people who talk about movies and stuff being like, well, Spider-Man was successful because it was a male lead, and Supergirl was not because it was woke and had a female lead. I am so sick because that, one, not true in the slightest. Okay, let's start there. Two, really, really bad film discussion. Like, when that's what we're boiling the movie down to is who's the leading person, bad film discussion.
Uh-huh.
Three, movies are allowed to be bad because they're bad.
Yeah.
Not because there's a female lead, not because there's a male lead, not because there's a gay lead. Movies are allowed to just be bad without having to attach some, like, artificial label to it that justifies why it's bad. Like, you can say Supergirl is bad if, like, I can't say because I've never seen it. I've heard it's not great, but that movie being bad has nothing to do with the fact that it's about Supergirl. It's just not a well put together movie. These are the same conversations we had about the sequel trilogy. The sequel trilogy being bad has nothing to do with Rey or Daisy Ridley and her portrayal of that character. It's not because Rey is the main character. It's because it was written poorly. It's because there was no overarching story. That's why people don't like those movies. It has nothing to do with who's leading it. And Spider-Man is good not because Tom Holland is the lead. That just happens to be coincidental. This is correlation does not equal causation here.
Yeah.
Like, Spider-Man is a good movie because it has a good story, good morals, is uplifting in a world that is increasingly depressing every single day, and actually entertained people. That's why it's good. It's not good because, oh, well, it has a male lead, and we love our male leads here. So this has been my big challenge all year, is like, as someone who's right-wing online, like, I like talking about, like, all the nerdy things, but, like, I don't make it my personality. I see it over and over and over again, and it's so frustrating because, like, back in January and like December and January when we were talking about the animated David movie. It was like, well, this movie's great because it's not woke. It's like, okay, well, can we talk about anything else about the movie? Like the good animation, the great voice acting, good songs, like good story. Like, can we elevate those things? And like, this is why you should go see the movie. Right. And like when Tomodachi Life, all that stuff happened with that, it's like, well, this game's woke because blah, 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 they added the non-binary option. Okay, yeah, you can be upset about that. But also, like, there's other things to talk about with the game. Like, that is not the defining factor of the game. And now every time a movie comes out, every time a movie bombs, every time something does good, it's always, well, this person did this and this person did that. And like the Odyssey, right? Like with all the casting, it's like, well, they casted Lupita Nyong'o, so it's woke. It's like, she was in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they put Elliot Page in it, it was just woke. He was in it for 5 minutes. Stop. Essentially is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that to come off as like, don't critique things because you can. The problem is when your only critique is stuff like that, and your only critique about Supergirl is the fact that it had a female lead. Though that's just bad. That's just bad commentary.
Yeah.
That's just not good. Because if there's nothing else you have to say about it, then is the movie really bad, or does that speak more on you as a person? Like, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying you have to go see Supergirl and like it. I'm just saying, like, they're like, I'm a Star Wars fan, hate the sequels.
Yeah.
Not my favorite. I like Daisy Ridley, though. I thought she did a good job with what she was given. Do I like Rose and Kelly Marie Tran? Rose isn't my favorite character, but I think Kelly Marie Tran did the best she could with the script she was given.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that I hate those movies because they're in them. Right. So that's been my like tangent for the week. I'm so tired. Yeah. And it's really only a one-sided issue. Like the other side has their own issues, right?
Yeah.
Like both sides have issues. But this is an issue that really only comes down to this one side. I'm like, guys, we got to stop.
Yeah.
Like, this is the reason why we keep losing the culture war. Is because no one knows how to actually intelligently talk about the things that people enjoy. The reason you don't have any stake in the culture, you don't have any, you're losing Gen Z is because you're like, oh, you like Supergirl? Well, actually, that movie was woke, don't you know? Because it had a woman in it. It's like, okay, but I'm a nerd. Like I like DC. I thought it was all right. No, that movie was woke.
You're
so
stupid.
How about we, instead of putting labels on everything, just learn how to have intelligent conversations about the media that we watch.
But then this wouldn't be the internet.
That's real.
You're stupid.
That's so real. So yeah, that was my soapbox for the week. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Thank you for sharing. While you were on your soapbox, while you were on a brand new soapbox, I was doing some research. And I have found what I believe to be the highest rated Marvel movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
That is the highest audience score. Would you like to guess what the score is?
Well, I would imagine it's a 98 or a 99.
Yep. It's a 98. For what movie?
It's not Brand New Day. It's like aside from.
Yep.
Do you know what phase it's in?
I have it pulled up.
Like what era was it? Because like phase 1 was up to Avengers 1. Phase 2, I think, was up to
it was
Guardians 2. And then phase 3.
It is in phase 4.
Oh, I don't even... What is even in phase 4? Isn't phase 4 like post-Endgame?
Yeah.
And it's a movie? What came out
Isn't this
since
crazy?
Endgame? Is it the only one I can think of that would warrant was it Shang-Chi?
It was Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
That was the only thing.
92 critic, 98 audience. Which rivals
that was a good movie.
Next to the 93 for No Way Home, 93 critic, 97 audience.
So Shang-Chi and Brand New Day are tied.
Yeah.
How interesting.
But Shang-Chi has a higher critic score.
Who directed that movie? Was that the same director?
It was the same director.
Dude, just let this guy do Marvel.
Just let him do it, dude. freaking.
Let him go.
I swear. Oh wow, it's raining outside. Anyway, as we kind of wrap up today, as we kind of had this whole Marvel conversation, great movie. It felt like a comic book. I feel like Brand New Day. This is what I think. My one sentence review. Brand New Day proved we don't want superhero movies. We want comic book movies, and I think there's a difference.
Amen. Preach it.
Clock it. So, brand new topic as we wrap up. What's next for the MCU? Well, let's see.
Well,
guys,
certainly things.
I hope you're hungry for nothing. Because the Avengers Endgame... Wow, sorry, I'm so distracted. My neighbors are moving out, and it's raining. That is just so
That's
tragic.
interesting.
That is just so tragic. Avengers Endgame re-release on September 25th. Because Avengers Endgame saw that Brand New Day had beat it at the box office and thought, time for another re-release.
Bro, hear me out.
All right.
Hear me out. Okay. December 17th.
Oh, gosh.
We could go see Avengers Doomsday in Infinity Vision. You'd have to drive out here, but we could go see it.
On the 17th? Is that a Friday?
No, it's a Thursday.
Oh.
So, but
I mean, I have what is it? What's 2 days of work?
Well, I get it. I would also have to take off work.
Yeah.
There are Infinity Vision showings.
Oh my gosh!
In the afternoon.
Oh my!
On Friday.
Word.
So we did.
Hear
me out. We go see Doomsday in Infinity Vision, and then immediately go see Dune Part 3 in IMAX.
I would have a migraine. I would have a migraine. There's no way that I could watch Doomsday and then because both those movies finna be 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Oh, but I mean, you start at lunch, be done by dinner.
What is Infinity Vision for? The only thing that's on their website is Doomsday. Are you telling me you made it specifically for this one movie? That's so stupid.
It's so petty.
Stop it.
So, do you think that? Because it wasn't Endgame the highest grossing movie of all time, or did the Avatar re-grab that?
So I actually looked this up. Avengers Endgame is at 2.7 billion. Avatar is at 2.9. They both peaked at number 1. So Avengers was, but then they re-released Avatar for the 10th anniversary or whatever.
Right, which is stupid.
And then bumped it back up. Which is so funny because it's just Disney competing with themselves.
Yes.
It's not like this is Warner Brothers and Disney fighting over the top.
No. It's Disney. It's the Obama giving Obama the medal.
Yes.
That's all we're doing here.
So here's the question, though. Would this re-release count towards the overall box office of Avengers Endgame? Because I don't think it should.
Oh, because it's because it's different.
Because they're adding stuff to it. That's fundamentally not the same movie.
That's true.
Unless their loophole is here's the movie, and then credits, and then here's the new stuff after. If it's we're running the movie, and this is extra for you to see after the credits, then I guess technically it could count.
Yeah, and then
but it's you're skirting around the rules.
Yeah, no, literally.
I don't think it should
over a stupid title that doesn't matter.
Yes, what does the highest grossing movie of all time mean?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Disney! You own how many of the top 5? 4.
Yeah.
The only one they don't own is Titanic.
What about Niza 2?
Oh, I guess they don't own that one. I immediately jumped down to The Force Awakens. So top 6, they have 4.
Yeah.
But of the top 10, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the top 10.
Sweet.
So
yeah.
Who are we clowning here?
So my thing is we just got Spider-Man Endgame re-release coming soon. And then Doomsday on December 18th.
Yay.
Hooray. I don't know if I've met a single person excited about Avengers Doomsday.
I don't think anybody's excited. I think they're just like, well, it certainly is going to be a movie that we go and see.
I think it's one of those like, shoot, here we go again. Like, it's like I will in fact be seeing it.
You know what I am going to be seeing? The 10th anniversary release of Your Name.
Oh. But then also, new Ghost Rider film with Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling in 2028.
That might actually be really good.
So I'm like, was this just Marvel's flop era? Maybe we're so back. But also, like, so we're doing Doomsday and then Secret Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is Ghost Rider after Secret Wars?
I think so, because Secret Wars is 27.
Yeah.
It's like December of next year.
That's crazy. This is just, Secret Wars is December 2027.
It's a year. They're doing the Infinity War and Endgame thing.
Where it's like a year.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like, if it ain't broke, but also, like, really, you're just going to do that again? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know, but then like the slate, the future slate is Untitled X-Men film 2028, Ghost Rider 2028, Black Panther 3 2028, Armor Wars Blade, Untitled Nova film.
Blade got canceled.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Someone needs to update Wikipedia.
Blade got canceled. That was like something this week though.
Oh yikes, dude. And then Untitled Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings sequel, which Shang-Chi's a great movie, which is so funny because, like, he loves being Shang-Chi. Like, he is a great actor, like, and we just have not touched that character in forever. Like, that is so freaking funny to me. Yeah, I mean, what do you think, just as we wrap up, like, a third Black Panther movie is happening with David Johnson starting as T'Challa's son?
I think that could be good. I'm glad they didn't, like, try to recast T'Challa, and they just let it be, like, a new person.
A brand new Black Panther.
Brand new Black Panther. I think that could be good. I'm really excited for Ghost Rider with Ryan Gosling. I think it's interesting that, like, Marvel's in a funk, so they said, hey, guys, call up Sean Levy and get him to bring Ryan Gosling while they're at it. And Lucasfilm said, hey, guys, we're in a tight spot. Somebody call up Sean Levy and have him bring Ryan Gosling while he's at it. Like,
and I think that Ryan Gosling is one of those actors that is very intentional about the roles he chooses and who he works with. That's why he always steals the show in every movie.
Yeah.
Because he, like, sets himself up for success because he has the talent to pull it off. So I think I'm really hopeful for both of those movies, for on the Star Wars and the Marvel front.
Me too. I think we'll get a Starfighter trailer before Endgame.
I think
or
so,
not
too.
Endgame. Whatever that movie. Doomsday. Thank you.
Doomsday.
So, yeah, I think it on paper it looks good. Yeah. On paper, it looks good. It feels good. Like, it should be good. But Marvel, much like the rest of the Walt Disney Company, has really just eroded public trust over the past, like, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to recommend anything to anyone without them being like,
I don't know about that.
Are you sure about that? Like,
which is so crazy because we started off as basically a Marvel Star Wars podcast.
Yeah.
Because there was so much to cover that if you wanted to be in the Marvel scene, you had to be locked in to watching a new show every month or a new movie every month. Like, and now we're like, well, I guess we should talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah, we should probably talk about The Mandalorian and Grogu.
It's like, but like, this so interesting because I mean it'll never hit its peak again.
Nope.
It never will. It's just impossible. But Brand New Day made me feel like maybe it's a brand new day for Marvel.
Do you think Brand New Day, the positivity from that will flush people into Doomsday and it will do better? Or do you think this was a one-off that they'll be like, I like Spider-Man, but this other stuff?
I think that you'll probably get some people into the Doomsday Theater, into the Infinity Vision screening, just because they're like, oh, well, Spider-Man was good, so let's try this one. But honestly, apparently, I think that most of that audience was there because they like Spider-Man. And they like Tom Holland.
I agree.
I think that Spider-Man is just a universally relatable character. It's just universally loved. It's Spider-Man. You can't knock it. And I think that the hype around this movie was so clearly set from day one. Marvel knew what they were doing. We saw these set pictures a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Of hey, Spider-Man's coming. Get ready. And they knew that this movie was going to kill it. And I think that I knew a ton of people that were rallying, ready to see Brand New Day. And Doomsday, it's too late. They don't have that kind of backing on the audience. It's going to do well. It's going to perform well at the box office because it's an Avengers movie that people are going to go see. A lot of people like us are going to go see it. Also, people just like going to the movies. It's going to be this is something fun I can do on a Tuesday night or a Friday night or whatever. And so let's just do this. Families are going to go because they're like, oh, there's a new Marvel out. It's supposed to be crazy.
Yeah, it's Christmas break and we need something to watch that's not Dune.
Right. So it's I think they're going to get a lot of that audience. So it's going to perform well. It's more just will it do irreparable damage for the brand?
Yeah, pretty much. It's what's going to be the outcome
I'm not worried about the financial. Well, didn't they say this needs to make $1 billion to break even?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh. Well, then, okay, the reported production budget for Avengers Doomsday is $400 million. With an additional $300 million estimated for marketing cost, bringing the combined financial footprint near $700 million.
Holy moly.
So, context, the budget for Brand New Day was, in fact, $225 million.
That's not bad.
For Marvel, that's low.
I think it's less than No Way Home.
And here's my thing. That movie looked incredible. For Brand New Day to look like that at half of the budget of Doomsday, Doomsday looks bad, they have no excuse.
Yeah.
But also,
did you hear the VFX team finished their work on a week before the movie came out? They finished the 21st. Crazy. The movie came out the 31st. I'm
that's
dude,
crazy.
That's insane.
And here's a film industry question. How are they distributing this final film? Because there's no way there's a Google Drive that's it's not like that project in college where it's as long as it's before the due date,
As long as it's before.
As long as it's at least an hour before it plays in theaters, you can work on it up till then. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, man. Well, as we wrap up, do you have anything else to say about this brand new Marvel movie?
No.
Wow.
It was good.
It was good.
That's my thing.
Go watch it. Go watch it.
Spider-Man, depressed all the time and married to the job, just like me. Thank you. He's my new literally me. Him and Ryan Gosling.
Brand new me. Depressed and married to the job. You know what I learned from this movie? I think personally, my biggest gripe with this movie is if he just worked a little harder, he would have gotten through all that crap.
If he would have just worked a little harder, maybe gotten a second or third job.
Worked for my dad. Oh my god.
That's diabolical.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode, this brand new episode of the Nerdiest podcast. That bit is officially dead. But I would argue it's
We'll
alive
have a brand
and well.
new bit next time.
We'll have a brand new bit next But I'd argue it's alive and well, and I will be using that in any given opportunity I can. But thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you made it to the end, then you must love this show and you should subscribe on YouTube at The Nerdiest Podcast, or follow us on Instagram at The Nerdiest Podcast, or on Twitter at The Nerdiest Podcast. All the links are in the description, and personal links are in there too. You can also become a YouTube member. Huge shout out to our YouTube members. Retro Plaid Guy, Day One, legend. Not Zeke Shrine, also a legend. Andy A, legend. Jessica Carnes, legend. The Boog SW, legend. Eavin 9684, legends. Thank you for being in the live studio audience. We have some awesome stuff coming up on the docket for the Nerdiest Podcast, so you will not want to miss it. And the best way to not miss it is to be subscribed and follow us everywhere. So we will see you in the next brand new episode of the Nerdiest Podcast. But until then, bye.